Pulling up with the coupe.
Oh my goodness.
Must have done same with the roof.
Oh my goodness.
You sitting looking stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This was designed with the stars, the square and the cross, so we know true north.
Oh my goodness.
Smiling with 50 carats in my jaw.
Oh my goodness.
The law.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup should be interesting. The Dolphins are top 10 in first downs, and they go up against that Jets team that wants to control the game as well.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and to the newly renovated Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. First carry for Matt Forte, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Again, they run. Again, it's Forte. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and get it with Forte. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now the rookie first rider from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. A huge play there for the Jets. 67 yards. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there. He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone. Now Carr on the bootleg. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
And out come the Dolphins now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Throwing, Hundley. Got him in right side. It's Sharp. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tajay Sharp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Again, it's Fournette. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. This is Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get. Out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now they'll throw with Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And some space here. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either. An NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Carr now on first down. Green's got it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
A wildcat look now. Here's Forte. Here's Charles. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Hundley. It's Floyd on the right. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back to throw now on first down. Fights off the defender. Space to run past the 20. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On first down, this is Forte. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try to run with Forte. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Forte, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
And he knocks it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fournette, a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 3rd down, Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Anthony Barr coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Third down, here's Forte. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Now Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To throw his car. Flushed out right. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. In motion, Patterson. To throw on third down. Carr. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. In motion, Patterson. Carr going to go on fourth down. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He sets to fire deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On second down, Forte. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Forte. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jets. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got it over the middle, Fedorowicz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. This is Forte, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They stay on the ground. Forte again. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Going option right. He'll pitch to Fournette. Powers through him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
6-18.
They'll run with Fournette. And some room to maneuver. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play, keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Look at the dance and the juke. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Hey, 734. Hey, White Monday down.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Second and very short here, less than a yard. Defense showing blitz.
Ohio, here we go. Ohio. Let's go. Black round.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and it's third and short.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Now a toss. This is Forte. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. Here's Jordan Berry now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come down here and hit you little people.
Good run there. Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Cameron Hayward able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. They'll run here with Mixon. And an alley to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the fourth. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Here's a give to Fournette. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. A handoff to Fournette. About 3 yards there to the 27. The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Carr. Steps away. And able to find Green. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Here's Carr to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And tough starting field position here. The drive begins with a run by Forte. Matt Forte with green grass ahead. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Forte, 96 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
They are in the 4th and Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. This fielded at the 2. And New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Green, the tight end, in motion. They begin with a run by Fournette. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Green, the tight end, in motion. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Green, the tight end, in motion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a play fake. Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Virgil Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They are in the 4th and Buffalo. And the Bucs having little problem in that one. They've just opened the lead a bit further. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Now Carr. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking for his big receiver, Marshall. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Miami, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll be at home for one next week as the